when I walked in the club. Everything changed when I walked in the club. He was looking at me like, wow, you're on my body, I drip and I drown. So he says, I heard you're a singer, I live in a penthouse, it's on the east side. I can tell what he implied. I don't trust my decisions I make after midnight. Laugh, gaslight, gatekeep, call this new bitch mainstream. Toxic, hypnotic, grab a couple balls from his wallet. His photos naked, little bitch think it's like skull plated. Joyride in his new Mercedes. You still want me to have your babies? He knew me as a sweet little girl. That was all for his own.
What I'm really interested in is love. You might say I'm addicted to love.
There was before you, and there was during you. For some reason, I never thought there would be an after you. But there
The girl you died for, I'll chew you up and I'll spit you out, 'cause that's what your love is all about. So pull me closer and kiss me hard. I'm gonna bomb your bum hard.
Mrs. Magic to and fro.
I love the skateboard wall art that's all over my Pinterest, but I'm not spending over $200 on 3 boards, so let me show you how I did these for under $75. First, we're heading to Hobby Lobby. They have a bunch of these skateboards in the room decor section, and they're only $15 each. If you buy blanks on Amazon, you're gonna pay a lot more than that. So you could go on Pinterest to find your inspo pic, and also remix collages on there to customize them however you want. And we're going into Canva. You're gonna select custom size, make sure you're working in inches. For each skateboard, you're gonna do 8 inches by 36 inches. Then you're gonna upload your photo into Canva and fit it to size. You go to Magic Studio, and then you can do the magic expand, and it'll AI like expand it to the whole page for you. You have to do their free trial, or you can completely make your own. This is what I did for one of them, and the curly font is called Ballet. Download all 3 photos and then put them into a 24 by 36 inches. Just making sure that each width is 8 inches and then the length is 36. And I printed out the poster with Walgreens. Just make sure you do the 24 by 36. Always look for a coupon code because I got it half off. I really like those boards from Hobby Lobby because they have the clips to hang them up on the wall effortlessly. The poster turned out so cute. So I'm gonna start by cutting them into their 3s. They're very precise because you have very little room to work with. You're gonna trace them out and be gracious with the space because you can always cut more, but you can never add more. Then you're gonna go in with a nice layer of Mod Podge to glue it right down to the board. Make sure you spread it nice and evenly and get rid of any clumps, and then line it up and squeegee it out just to make sure there's no air bubbles. Most people put Mod Podge over top. I don't like the streaks, so I just leave it. And then you repeat the process for all of your boards. And if there's extra, if you have an X-Acto knife, this would be perfect for clean cuts. Just clean it up. This is how they turned out. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. So gorgeous and better than my vision board. If I can DIY it, you know I will, just like I did this sign. Open up Pinterest, open up Canva. So save this for later so you can make your own skateboard wall art on a budget too.
A bunch of you guys wanted to know where I got my Playboy headboard, but we actually made it ourselves. I drew up the idea because the ceilings were so high and I wanted to fill up the space. And my mom, being the talented human she is, knew exactly how to execute. We used a projector to trace the image onto the wood and then went crazy with the jigsaw. We used wood and metal supports to keep the ears attached to the base. Once we had our base all cut out, we just got some cheap mattress toppers to use as foam and some batting to make it a little fluffy. And then it was time to upholster it. Because it was white, we wanted something that would be easy to clean, so we used pleather as the fabric part. Once it was all sewn together, we wrapped the whole thing in batting and stapled it, and then wrapped the pleather part around and stapled that on top. We had 3 people stapling and all of our hands were still so sore. We mounted it with a cleat and reinforced the ears with a ton of command strips, and that's how it looked in our old house. We've already moved with it, and I was so afraid that it was going to break during the move or that it would be too tall, but thankfully it arrived in one piece and it fit perfectly on the wall.
But I want it to be you. I wanted it to be you.
I decided to make an aesthetically pleasing wall sign for my makeup room. I did mess this up, so I'm glad that I recorded this. So in case if y'all want to do it, you can definitely do this a lot quicker than I did. So I got the letters from Hobby Lobby. Only buy them when they're 40% off, because I did purchase these and then return them because they were on sale the next day. But anyways, I got the boa feathers from Shein, and then I realized I was supposed to paint the letters before I hot glued them down. So yeah, make sure you paint them so that the white doesn't show in the background. And then I just hot glued the feathers to the letters. That was super easy. Now, this part is super duper essential because I hated how it looked, but I realized I was supposed to trim the feathers to go around the letters so that it looks nice, neat, and tight. So yeah, don't skip this step. It is very messy, but if you have a vacuum cleaner, it's very easy to clean up. But yeah, it looked so amazing in my corner, and I really think it just made the room pop and looks very different. What y'all think? Would y'all try this hack or what?
I don't know what I was thinking with these Dollar Tree paper plates. Mod Podge and napkins. Ooh, Kyla room dirty. That dresser needed a painting and it needed new knobs too. Voila. I'm trying to tell y'all, it does not take much to bring your living quarters to life. Isn't that beautiful? And I did this on a Dollar Tree budget. And look what else I did. I even did a bathroom on a Dollar Tree budget. That's right. Everything you see. So don't tell me what you can't do. Bye.
I mean, then look at this then. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
Things in my room that I made myself. Making my aesthetic Pinterest fairy bedroom. Today I'm making a whimsical vine flower wall. I got my vines from Amazon for $9. I applied them with clear packaging tape. This hurt my neck a lot. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. An hour and a half later and I'm done. Let's add some wisteria. I got this 12-pack from Amazon for $15. Now I'm just applying them to the vines. And this is what the wall looks like all done. Stay tuned for part 3 when I make them glow.
Need a cool background for your photography? Here's how to make a big tree installation like this in your room for pretty cheap. You buy a roll of butcher paper like this off Amazon, And to make the trunk, you just twist it. Twist them looser for the trunk and tighter for the branches. You're just gonna staple them to the wall. Ask your parents first, but staples are great because they leave the tiniest holes. Next, you're gonna order fake wisteria like this off of Amazon. You can get it in bunches of all different colors and sizes. To secure them to the tree, you just slide them underneath the paper branches. Because they have the long stick, they stay pretty well. If you wanna do individual pieces like this, ask your parents to help you use a hot glue gun. And voila, you've got this show-stopping tree to take your photos in front of. Follow for more photography tutorials or message me with questions.
Decorate Room with Me Part 1. Huzzah! So many eyeballs. All done. What should I do next?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
This is how I built my son the coziest little nook without taking up any floor space. First, I came through with the stud finder, marked out my studs, and picked a drill bit that was slightly smaller than the big eye hooks that I had purchased. I went ahead and washed the walls, got all the pencil mark off, and screwed up some climbing wall cleats so that he had a way to get up. So that is type 3 paracord. So the basic design for a spiderweb net like this is you're going to go all the way around the perimeter, and then you're going to start crisscrossing and creating all those shapes and building it into a platform. The only rule that you have to follow here is every time you cross another piece of paracord, you're always going to go over the top and one full loop around. It definitely took some time, but it looked absolutely amazing when it was done and is super, super sturdy. Often these are put up outside and in trees, but because mine is indoor, I have the option of putting some padding up there to make it even cozier. Let me know if you'd try this.